Hello subscribers, happy Easter. It's Easter Sunday, and of course I thought I would do a video from Jesus about Easter Sunday. I am on a retreat at the moment doing yoga and eating vegan foods, so I've got my challenges cut out for me here, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'll be back to full-time work at the end of this week sometime. Anyway, I will get to the subject that we want to address today, which is Easter Sunday and the meaning of that and Jesus' teaching on Easter Sunday. For those of you who don't know me, I will take a couple of breaths and Jesus will come through directly and begin his teaching. These videos are usually quite short, 10-15 minutes, and he will bring to your attention that which he wants you to look at. So I'll see you at the end of the session. The world is, of course, paying attention today, paying attention to the histories and the stories that have been built up around my life and my physical experience, my incarnation on the earth plane so many years ago. What I want you to know today is that the stories that you have been told and the meaning that has been laid upon the event of my crucifixion have been distorted and changed to suit the powers that be. And the powers that be, of course, were and are the church organization known as the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church. These stories began centuries after the event happened, and this is something that is very important for you to know if you are seeking to understand more about Christianity, seeking to understand more about my teachings. My teachings were done on the ground with many beings assisting me, and they were, of course, designed to bring forth the truth of your magnificence, the truth of your sinless nature. And of course, these stories about my magnificence and my sinless nature as the apparently only Son of God were the distortion that I am speaking to here. You are the same as me. You are faultless. You will never be punished for anything that you do here. As difficult as that is to imagine, that is so. You are in a separated state. You are in what is essentially a delusional state where you do not understand what you are doing. And that was what my teachings were for. They were to bring the truth to you so that you could understand what you were experiencing here. And what you are experiencing here is a state of separation, a state of deep fear and confusion. No being or a person that is in a deep state of confusion and fear can make good decisions. It is an impossibility. And so that is what those teachings were for when I came to the earth so many years ago and incarnated as that being that you know as Jesus Christ. Of course, I was just a young man studying spiritual principles, studying spiritual material. I was deeply driven by inner guidance from my guides and teachers. And as I grew up, I became able to communicate with them directly. And those were the teachings that I was bringing forth, teachings from higher realms, teachings from higher beings. And so I appeared to be a lot wiser than in fact I was. I was an ordinary human being. And I struggled with the same things you struggle with. But over time, as I became more accomplished at following the instructions, at practicing forgiveness and unconditional love and acceptance of my fellow brothers and sisters, as I began to raise my frequency up into close to the realms of love, then I began to have a much greater effect. And that is what I am here to teach you now. That as you raise your mind and heart up into the realms of love, then you are going to have a greater effect. You are, in fact, going to seemingly be able to work miracles. You are going to be able to focus on what you would like to experience and see that it manifests. You are going to be able to perform healing on people. Many of you now are healers, and you come to see that there is a great power that is contained within you. And as you raise your frequency away from fear and judgment and war and violence into the realms of love and acceptance, you are going to experience those miracles yourself. You are going to see your own health increase. You are going to see your own joy increase. And of course, this day, today, is one of the great sadnesses of my consciousness. Although I do not despair for you as a people, you are in fact heading towards the light in great numbers. And so today, this day, I would ask you to consider the crucifixion as a demonstration of my love for the world, and not as a sacrifice, but as a teaching moment. What happened really on the ground was that I was crucified, and I was able to recreate a new body and continue on my life for many, many years after that. I continued on my life as a husband and a father for many years in a different location. And the demonstration of the crucifixion was not as a sacrifice for anybody else's sins. It was as a demonstration that the body is meaningless once you have attained an enlightened state. And once you have come to being completely in alignment with love, which I was at that time. The teaching opportunity was missed by many of my disciples. There were a few who got the message and carried on that teaching in other areas of the world. But the message itself was lost to distortion and the power structures of that time and place. The beings of that time and place saw and understood what I was teaching, and they began to use those powerful instructions for their own aggrandizement. And so this did not turn out the way that it was anticipated. Now, many of you will say, well, if you were so great, why did the story not get told the way it should be? Well, that is the nature of this place. That is the nature of the separated consciousness. Love has a difficult time surviving here unless you are educated in the laws of creation, unless you are educated in the laws of manifestation. You will not be able to bring forth that which you seek. And as a teacher on the ground so many years ago, that was a big lesson for me, for sure. And yet I continued on teaching. I have continued on teaching ever since that time, because I am no longer dependent on a physical body. And for those of you that question this channeling, that is part of that demonstration. The body's emphasis is not the point. And the old school interpretation of the crucifixion is just that, is that I sacrificed my body as if it was valuable. And my body was not valuable. I have made thousands of bodies since that time, because I am no longer bound by the physical material world. And as you raise your frequency, you will no longer be bound by the physical material world, but you will instead begin to learn to use it as your own demonstration of creation and your own demonstration of your own immense creative abilities. So as we come to the conclusion of this little snippet of information for you, we would like you to know that I did not sacrifice myself. You are not a sinner. You are a being who has stepped into separation with the intention of experiencing individuality. And that is a difficult choice, because oneness and unity consciousness, love, is a magnificent place to be, a magnificent consciousness in which to be immersed. And in stepping into separation, you begin to step into fear and confusion and many other things. And that is all you have done. You have stepped down into the physical material world that is now being seriously manipulated through your mass media into greater fear. And it is only in your decision this Easter Sunday to cease following the example of fear and deprivation and attack, and start following the true teachings that I brought through so many years ago, which are ones of unconditional love and forgiveness for self and other. Understanding that when you forgive, you demonstrate your understanding of the laws of creation, that you are all connected, that you are all part of one great consciousness that you call God. We are all the sons and daughters of God, united in mind and heart. And it is through this reunification of mind, through the practice of forgiveness, that you will come to understand the truth of this statement. When you are in separation, it does not make any sense, and the world does not make any sense. But as you begin to understand the laws of creation and practice according to their rules, then you will begin to see a great increase in love and health and abundance in your life. So make this Easter Sunday the last one that you worship death, because that is what the church's definition of crucifixion is, that I died as a gift, and death is never a gift. Death, in fact, is not real, and it was not real for me in that time and place. I did not die. I chose to leave my body and manufacture another one as a demonstration of its meaninglessness and as a demonstration of the understanding of the laws of creation that I had come to master in that incarnation. You can all master these laws, but you must begin at the beginning, and that is learning that you do not know. Learning that you are a beginner, and learning that there has been a great lie perpetrated upon the world by the church. Now, some of you will say Jesus would not say these things, and the Jesus of your stories indeed would not say them, but I am not that Jesus. I am the real Jesus. I am the one who was a revolutionary. I was the one who was standing up to the powers that be at the time, and I was the one that was graciously given the gift of enlightenment to share with the world, to share with you and show you what you too are capable of. So know that you are not a sinner. You are a divine aspect of God mind, and you are naturally in alignment with love. And that is why it hurts so when you judge others and when you attack others with thought, word, or deed. You feel bad because you have stepped out of alignment with your nature, which is loving and kind, creative and generous. So make that your prescription for yourself in this coming year, to be more loving, more kind, more generous, and more compassionate with yourself first, and with others after you have looked after your own self. Does this seem self-centered? Well, it has to be for a little while, because you have been taught so many incorrect beliefs and ideas that until you sort your own mind out, until you practice diligently and focus in a focused manner, you will not be able to make clear and creative decisions. So do the lessons of A Course in Miracles. That is the means that you have been given to achieve the state of peace that is required for clear communication to happen to you and with you. And after you have done those lessons, you will begin to see clearly why you are suffering, why you are upset, and how to change it. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I send you as much love as I am able to on this day, and I ask you to change your mind. It is the only way that you will change the world. All right, I'm going to load this up right now on YouTube, and hopefully you'll all get this on Easter Sunday. Thank you for watching. I'd just like to direct you to our website, channelingjesus.com. We have some workshops there on the web store. We have information about my United Kingdom events in London and Brighton. If any of you are in that area, it would be wonderful to see you in person. And lots of information there, biography and links to YouTube and Facebook. So I will talk to you again soon. Bye.